Hi everyone, it's Don and I hope you're having a fantastic day. Well, what started off as a very weird day kind of turned heartwarming. But yeah, I was stalked in Ketchikan, Alaska. That's right, I was stalked in Ketchikan, Alaska, and what at one point was an oddity to I'm getting nervous, to I'm getting annoyed, to I'm getting angry, to one of the most amazing things that's ever happened to me in my life. But before I get there, first let me do this. Guys, this video is sponsored by Babbel, one of the world's top language learning apps in the world. Now, you know I don't recommend products or services very often on my channel at all, unless I truly believe in the product and I use them myself. That's why I was really excited, because this is something I've always wanted to do. I always want to be able to converse with people, because I travel all over the world and I want to be able to converse with them in their own language. And Babbel really seems to make that very simple. I've been using the app the last few days and I'm loving it. Now let me explain why. First off, you can do it on the computer or you can do it on the app. And it's not these long 5-hour drawn out sessions. They're quick 10 to 15 minute sessions where you can do on the fly. Hola. Gracias. Adios. ¿Dónde está el baño? That one could really come in handy. Really. I also love that there's more than one way to learn. They have everything from classes on the app, to videos, to games, to live classes. It's really a diverse way to learn, and you can choose the best way to learn for yourself. And one thing I think I'm really going to appreciate is that Babbel's speech recognition helps with your pronunciation and the accent of the language you're trying to learn. And if you watch my videos for any length of time, you know I have trouble pronouncing English. So this is going to be a godsend to me. So why would you want to learn another language? Could it be for travel, like me? Would you like to surprise a friend or family member by being able to speak in their native tongue? Or just to expand your own vocabulary and mind? The options are unlimited, and I really do appreciate Babbel sponsoring this video. And because they partnered with myself, you can click the link below for 60% off. Yeah, not 10, not 20, not 50, 60% off a subscription. Again, thanks Babbel for sponsoring this video. Okay, so today started off like any other day. I'm in Ketchikan, Alaska, and the weather is typical. It's cloudy and it's a little chilly, but it's not rainy. So I said, okay, I didn't book any excursions. I'm just gonna get off. I'm gonna walk around. I'm gonna head over to the Lumberjack show. I'm gonna do some souvenir shopping. I'm gonna head up to Creek Street. I'm gonna see if the salmon are swimming. I'm gonna walk along the cruise port and see what other ships are in town. That's what I'm gonna do. And I got off, and as I'm getting off, I'm passing a bunch of people. I stopped to say hi to a few people as well. Met some people who ran the shore excursions who said hi, and I was amazed that they recognized me as well. And it was a lot of fun. And something like hair on the back of my head was kind of standing up, because I kind of felt like I was being watched. And I don't know why I felt that way, but I did. I just felt odd. And so I ended up walking into a couple stores, and I walked along the pier, and I was taking some photos of the water and the boats and things like that. And I noticed that I recognized there's this couple behind me about 40 or 50 yards off in the back. And every time I turn in their direction, they kind of go like they're looking at something, but they always seem to be there. So I ended up at the Lumberjack show, and I walked in, I looked for some souvenirs. My niece Angelina had asked me to pick up a couple souvenirs from there that she wanted to get a couple more from when she came to Alaska. So I went in the store and everything, and I came out, and directly across the street, facing into me, I saw the couple again. And they were almost like they were looking at me, and then as soon as I came out of the store, they turned around and looked in the window of the store that they were in. And I'm going, this is kind of odd. So I ended up going, and if you know Ketchikan at all, you can continue up a little bit. There's this little narrow alleyway, and then you end up on this dock where a lot of the smaller boats and fishing boats will dock, and there's Creek Street across the road. And I went in, and I'm standing there. I'm getting ready to take some photos, and I notice coming down that path, here comes the couple again. And I said, okay, something's up. So I go into Creek Street, and I start walking through Creek Street, and I turn a corner, and I wait. And I just waited there. And I waited about 2 minutes, and then I walked right back out of into the corridor of Creek Street again, where the main walkway was, and there was the couple about 20 feet away, and they just stopped, turned around, and the woman started running in the other direction, and like not like run like this, but turned around and quick walking in the other direction, and the man, I'm assuming was the husband, turned around and started following her, trying to catch up to her. And I'm going, what in the heck is going on? And I kind of know where we are on Creek Street. So I take off in the other direction, and I go out the back way of Creek Street, and I run across where you can see sometimes the salmon are and the seals. There were no salmon today. There were no seals today. A little disappointing. But I know that that's like 2 entrances. So I get there, and I run all the way down the road to where the entrance is again. And just as I get there they are. And the woman looks at me, and I'm getting ready to say, why are you guys following? Like, I want to say this. This is going on in my head. I want to go, why are you guys following me? And the woman just breaks down in tears. And I don't mean just like out and out bawling, crying, and the husband quickly puts his arms around her and I'm going, oh my God, like my entire thing of why are you following me went into complete concern. What's going on? Why are you crying? And it turns out that this lady has had a very rough couple of years. She was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer of the brain. It started out as stage 2, and it's gone to stage 4 now in recent year. And she was given a very slim chance to survive. I was getting this story after everything calmed down. And apparently the lady just wanted to meet me because of my story that I shared of myself going through my cancer treatments. And at one point I was told I only had, a less than a 50% chance to step up from the table of my first surgery, and I've had 6 altogether. But I was not in the brain. The brain is a completely different animal altogether. And she says she found my video when somebody mentioned to her about a year ago to watch my airport video. That was the first time I really came out about my cancer. I think I was in the Montreal airport, and I had to wait. We landed like at 10:30 at night, and there was no flights to Ottawa until the next morning, so I was wandering around the airport till the next morning. And I just opened up on YouTube, and I talked to everybody, and I just kind of vented to everybody out there. And she says that when she saw the video, that it gave her a lot of courage, that this might not be the be all end all. And because she said she was about she was seriously thinking about ending it herself. She was in that depressed of a mood, and didn't know how to get out of it. And she says she found my videos and was inspired to just keep going. You know, I talked about people mentioning that I look like a zombie and stuff like that. And she said that she has tried different things now. She flew to the United States, got some treatment there that she couldn't get in Canada. And she's on one of the cruises out here. She's not on my ship, but she is on one of the other ships out here. And I'm happy to report, she says, that currently the treatments are working and she's in remission. And I'm going to tell you that I was almost brought, well, I pretty much was brought to tears from this lovely lady, who was, she said she just wanted to say hi, didn't know how to do it, she knew she would break up and break down when she saw me. That's why she kept avoiding, but she wanted to meet me, that she followed me around town. And her husband, God bless him, was right there with her the whole step of the way. And I was just thrilled, first of all, that I gave anybody any kind of encouragement whenever I tell my stories. I'm still going through my treatments. I still have to take, you know, CT scans every 3 months. It can change like this. But the good news is the lady is in remission right now. And if I'm ever going to have a stalker out there, this is the stalker I want. This lady was so sweet, and it meant the absolute most to me. More than you can think. More than anything I do on YouTube. When somebody says something like that, that in any small way you can help somebody through a tough time. And so, yeah, I went through all the emotions, from confusion to annoyance to anger to being completely humbled and like on the verge of breaking down myself. Well, just goes to show you, you never know who you can affect out there and how much you can affect people out there. And that's why I always try my best to make people's day when I see them, and say hi to people and tell my story as much as I can. If it, like I said, if it helps anybody, one person, that's all it needs to help. Well, I do hope you liked this video. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and maybe hit that subscribe button if you haven't done so already. And until next time, everyone, absolutely have yourself a great vacation.